Hello everyone and welcome back to more Final Fantasy XIV. I finished my work for the day, so I figured, you know what? Let me schedule an early FF14 stream because I am excited to get more main quests done. I put out a YouTube short a few days ago, and let me just say, I don't know how in the heck the YouTube algorithm works, but that short popped off in comparison to like a lot of my other content that I've been putting out so far, and I'm really thankful for it. The general kind of short, the TLDR was I was just kind of going over my thoughts of A Realm Reborn so far, and I got a lot of really cool comments basically telling me, oh, if you think this is good, it's only going to get better from here, which I'm super excited to hear because as I detailed in the short, I've been really enjoying my time with A Realm Reborn, even though many people usually can. A lot of people have told me that A Realm Reborn is very boring and that it's not all that interesting, and that's oftentimes people lose interest in FF14 because of A Realm Reborn. But I got several comments on the short basically telling me, hey, don't worry, if you're even a little bit interested in the story that A Realm Reborn is telling you, things only get better from here, and I'm excited, so let's go ahead and get started. So last time we left off, we defeated Lady Iceheart and Shiva, and we made friends of the Ishgardian Alliance. We've gotten in good favors with them. Unfortunately, it seems like more and more bad news just keeps cropping up. So we found out that we discovered the identity of who the Ivy was somebody topmost within the ranks of the I'm blanking on the name, Relbon's military force. Second in command, basically, which sucks for Relbon. But additionally, we also found out that Garlemald seems to have a new ruler, and that can only mean bad things for us. So without further ado, we are nearing the end of patch 2.4 of Final Fantasy XIV, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. It would seem we have much to discuss with our friends at the Rising Stones. If what you say is true, Iceheart's method of summoning Shiva defies all precedent. It necessitates a complete reappraisal of the primal threat, and of our approach to combating it. Moreover, there are grave ramifications if word of this incident reaches Imperial ears. The Garlean Empire believes that primals are an insufferable menace, that their mere existence is a threat to this very star. As such, they deem any action taken against the beast tribes to be justified by default. Imagine them, if it became known that it was not only the beast tribes of Eorzea that could summon primals, but her civilized peoples as well. Any lingering objections to the Eorzean campaign would vanish overnight. Where before we had to contend with a single Imperial Legion, we could well find ourselves facing the combined might of all of Garlemald. But I speak unadvisedly. Come, Vel, it is better that we continue this conversation in Mordona. Yeah, so obviously a little context is lost because I did play through the Coils of Bahamut, where a regular well, for all intents and purposes, a regular person, Louis Sois, basically through the power of prayer, turned himself into a primal phoenix in order to defeat Bahamut during the fall of Dalamud. Unfortunately, I guess because it's not technically main quest, it doesn't get acknowledged. So that's just not a, well, how did a person turn into a primal? However did that happen? It's like, well... Also, hello, Hedgewolf. Also, just want to make sure real quick, is the audio for the stream just fine? I did some, excuse me. I did some finagling with it off stream, and I want to make sure that everything all is good. 1 second. Okay, yeah, everything should be fine. Just want to make sure everything sounds fine and it's not too loud or anything. entrance to the Solar. Talk to Menphilia. What you gotta say? Ooh, cutscene.
Words cannot well express how glad I am to see you return to us hale and whole.
Hooray!
Needless to say, I am most eager to hear your account of that which occurred in Carthus, assuming you're ready to speak of it.
Oh, is it Carthus? Not Coerthus? I thought it was Carthus. Well, I thought it was Coerthus. It's Carthus.
Excellent. I shall summon the others at once.
Yeah, no, the reason why she said, I'm glad to see that you're back safe, there was a real risk of me just turning into mist.
Iceheart used her own body as a vessel for a primal soul?
Mm-hmm.
Master Louisoir's writings make no mention of such a possibility. Can we be certain this entity was a primal?
As certain as we can be that good King Mogglmog the 12th was a primal, I should think. Both were ostensibly summoned.
Always goes back to good King
Let's not
Mogglmog.
quarrel over definitions. Of more concern is the implication that Iceheart retained her will, even after she was possessed. We are talking about a mortal, wielding the power of a primal.
That is scary to think about.
It can't possibly be that easy, can it? There must be some sort of sacrifice required. Or maybe she's just special?
I mean, for Louisoir, it required him basically sacrificing himself.
What qualities this woman possesseth, I know not. But full sure am I that she was groomed for this role. Few are privy to the secrets of summoning, and but a single party standeth to profit from their dissemination.
Well, I wouldn't presume to comment on how the lass came to know about summoning, but I will say that what she summoned was a primal. The readings were the same, or near as damn it. Strange as it all sounds, it's really no different from what you've faced before.
Then mayhap it is time that we re-examined our previous encounters.
Hmm?
Oh, pack your things, Ida. We're going back to Gridania.
Yes, sir.
About Iceheart's final words to you. Hear, feel, think.
Those are the crystal's words.
Hydaelyn speaks to her
Yeah,
as well.
Hydaelyn.
If Iceheart is blessed with the power of the Echo, she will doubtless have used it to further her goals.
That would explain why she
Could it
wasn't
be that
corrupted.
It was a revelation granted her by the Echo which first set her on this path. She did say that the Ishgardians were blind to the truth. Do you think she has knowledge of the origins of the Ishgardian-Dravanian War? It would do much to explain her unwavering conviction.
Did not the Lady Iceheart implore thee to seek the Keeper of the Lake? And did she not imply that in so doing thou wouldst come to see with eyes unclouded?
Yeah, she told us to go...
Midgard-Zoma was
Yeah.
a king amongst kings who reigned for centuries on end. But he is dead and his wisdom lost to the ages. Unless the Ishgardians' fears are well founded. It would seem we have yet another reason to stand watch over the Keeper of the Lake. For a mercy, we are well positioned to do so.
Yeah, we're right next to him.
Iceheart, Shiva, Ascians, and Midgard-Zoma. I shudder to think how they're all connected.
Scary stuff. I mean to scour the annals for knowledge of Midgard-Zormr. Given his great age, I dare say he appears in more than a few. Do you hear that? The commotion outside. Would you see if aught is amiss? Uh-oh. What's going on outside? Hello, Alphino. Fel, 'Tis well that you are on hand. We have a problem. Raleigh... Oh, that's not good. It happened shortly after the Immortal Flames took her into custody. She had been placed in a dungeon cell ahead of her coming trial, but apparently the accommodation was not to her liking. The turnkey was found slain along with 2 guards. 'Tis plain she received inside help. Citizens report seeing Raleigh quitting the city via the Gate of Nuld with a bloodied spear in her hand. She makes for Castrum Meridan. Wah. I'm certain of it. With her fate in Eorzea as good as sealed, what recourse has she but to flee to her imperial masters? Even as we speak, Captain Elbert and the First are hot upon Raleigh's heels. Pray make haste to Camp Blue Frog and join the hunt. So the Ivy's escaping. That's not good. Northern Thanalan. That is right over here. We're just starting the stream and stuff is already happening. Ilbert, my man, how you doing? My thanks for coming, Scion. I have spoken with the soldiers here. They say that Raleigh walked through the camp not a bell ago. Aye, she walked right through. You did not mishear. We have Raubon's decision to keep the matter secret to thank for that. Bad for morale, he said. As a result, not a single flame in the garrison made any attempt to detain her, and so here we are. I figured that was probably going to be a bad decision. It's like, well, why? No, I get it though. Raleigh was not be allowed to reach Castrum Meridanium. All right, where are we going? I tell you what, we'll take the long way. Let's go. But yeah, no, this is getting super interesting. Right towards the castrum, huh? But yeah, hope everyone's doing okay today. I know it's a bit of an unusual hour for me to stream, but I figured, I'm not feeling particularly like holding off more FF14 story stuff tonight. I wanted to kind of get more stuff done, so yeah. Oh no, these are the coils of Bahamut. That's the wrong thing. There's Ilbert. Oh no, Yuyuhase. This wretch was with Raleigh. He threw himself at us that his mistress might escape. She didn't blink when we cut him down, not even when he started screaming. No loyalty even to her own, the god's damned harpy. With me, Scion, we almost have her. Damn. Carbuncle out here. Right, ether. Might be good to do this. Get rid of all the lackeys. Hit him with Fester, do that. They have healers, kill them first. Why am I not targeting them? There we go. I was targeting the wrong person, that's my bad. Swift cast. Eleni's almost done. Radiant Aegis. Let's get our summons set up again. Shit, that's a lot of enemies. All right, there we go. Find her and do it tight. Yes, sir. Boy, am I lucky that Yuguri came there to help me. Good work, men. She and her Imperial cronies pushed us close, but we were better. Behold, a respected officer of the Immortal Flames. People looked up to you as one of the Order's founding members, one of its pillars. It saddens me to see you fallen so low. What would you know of low? You, a spoiled little lordling who has never known any want. People such as you take wealth and birth for granted. You think it's your God's given right to rule over others? You know not of our plight, the injustice that we lowborn Ishgardians must endure. To the noble lords and ladies, we are not people, but resources to be consumed. I did what I had to do to survive. Stealing, killing, even... Whoa. It is no fault of mine if fools imagined me a paragon when I joined the Flames. Wasn't expecting that middle part. To hear you tell it, one would think you weren't the only person to have ever suffered. In case you have forgotten, Raubon himself was born into poverty, as was I. We lived hand to mouth with little more than the shirts on our backs. Hunger was our constant companion. Yet never did we bemoan our lot in life, nor did we begrudge others for their fortunes. We accepted the hand that we had been dealt and played it to the best of our ability. Life was a battle, aye, but no matter what fate threw at us, we took it on the chin and came back for more. Everything we have, we fought for. How are we any different then? 'Tis true that we are both mercenaries of lowly birth, and 'tis true that we both had our fair share of struggles. But whereas I sold my sword, you, Marshal, sold your comrades. If life has taught me one thing, It's that you never betray your own. I would sooner cut off my own arm than raise a hand against a friend. But enough talk. You will return to Ul'dah to face justice, and the people whose trust you have dragged through the gutter. Damn. Not so much of a hint as a hint of remorse. Tis well that this sordid business is finally at an end. A friend's betrayal cuts deeper than steel. We must hope that we have chosen our allies more wisely than REBORN chose his. Yeah, no, man. I mean, that sucks.
I have heard. Truly bothersome business.
Uh-oh.
No, I do not foresee a problem on that front. The main concern is REBORN. There is no telling what the brute might do. Have the blades watch him in the flames day and night. You may leave the Sultana to me. I shall personally attend her grace.
Oh.
Sever one of the East Aldenard trade routes. That ought to keep Lolorito occupied for a while. Nanamo Ulnamo. For my sake, pray be a good little Sultana to the last.
Are we going to... Oh, well, that's, very concerning. Captain Albert and I have a few questions for the Flame Marshal regarding the circumstances of her miraculous escape. When we have completed our interrogation, we shall take her findings directly to General REBORN, and that shall be the end of it. Your work here is done, my friend. Thanks. But I have one last task for you. Return to the Rising Stones and apprise Minfilia of all that has happened. I am aware that the antecedent held royal in high regard. For better or worse, she will want to know how this tale ends. That's fair enough. Jeez, though, that's some heavy stuff. Alright, back to Mordona. Yeah, no, it's like, what makes you different from me? We both basically grew up the same in similar fashion. I just never forsook a friend, which is like, yeah, man. Oh, man. Yeah, this stuff is getting heavy. Alright, back to the Solar. Also, wait, I got a treasure chest. 1 second. A level 50 coffer? What is in here? One copy of the Book of Spades. Oh, apparently I already have one.
Welcome back, my friend. I have already received word from Alfino. To think that Flame Marshal Huayu was the Garlean agent.
That is not how I thought that was pronounced.
Together with REBORN, Eileen lent us much-needed aid at the time of our Order's founding. She was particularly passionate about the need to tackle the primal threat. When we discussed the subject, her eyes fairly shone with determination. Whatever else she may have been, I choose to believe that it was her true self with whom I spoke then. But now is not the time to dwell on such matters. I have an important announcement to make regarding our effort to defeat the Ascians.
We made progress on that?
Everyone is assembled. My thanks for coming, friends. Moonbreeder, the floor is yours.
By now, I'm sure you're all familiar with white auracite, the miraculous material that'll allow us to capture Asian souls.
Sure.
Back at Snowcloak, we verified its ability to absorb vast amounts of ether. Alas, it leaves something to be desired in the area of stability. The stone can only store ether for a short while before expelling its contents.
In addition to auracite's inherent limitations, we must needs be wary of our enemy's strength. Our foe draweth upon an infinite wellspring of power. Even should we succeed in entrapping him, the stone will not long contain his wrath.
Meaning that, if we want to kill the swine, we'll have to be quick about it.
'Tis our belief that an Asian soul may be permanently undone, if smitten by a sufficiently concentrated burst of pure ether.
The only trouble is, we can't say for sure how concentrated the burst needs to be. Without knowing how much ether an Asian soul is composed of, we're basically guessing.
Okay.
Our sole clue lieth in thy struggle with La Hebrea.
During that encounter, Heidelin bid you forge what she called a Blade of Light, a weapon which took the form of a luminous stream of energy. Based on your description, we believe the blade with which you vanquished your foe was composed of ether. Admittedly, your victory proved ephemeral, as La Hebrea was able to use a crystal of darkness to flee into the space that lies between our world and the void. The fact remains, however, that Heidelin placed the means to destroy the Asians in your hands.
Yes.
Be that as it may, it would be unwise to assume that she will do the same when we next encounter such a foe.
Quite so, my lady. We must needs find the means to forge our own blade of ether, one to equal that which Heidelin did benevolently bestow upon her champion.
That is all well and good, but it seems to me that producing such a blade will require a prodigious quantity of ether. Whence will
lot.
it come, pray tell?
Oh, what if we had two pieces of white auracite? One to trap the Asian, and the other to store the ether for the blade.
Oh, nice try. But it's as I said, the stone won't hold ether for any length of time. We'd still need to collect the stuff there and then, sorry to say.
And therein lies the rub. Finding a way to create the blade whenever and wherever we choose.
'Twould seem more research is in order.
Sounds like it.
I'm going to linger a while, perform a few more tests on the auracite. And I could do with some help. Urianger, why don't you lend me a hand?
Mine apologies, but I am required at the Waking Sands. Lady Minfilia hath given me sole charge of the premises. 'Twould be unseemly to leave them unattended.
Nice excuse,
Sole
bro.
charge, you say? So you're basically alone there then? Well, that settles it. I'll just have to come to you.
Well, damn. Ain't no getting away from her.
While you were afield, word arrived from the Sharlayan motherland.
Yes.
You will recall that a survey party was dispatched to investigate the incident at the Isle of Val. What they discovered was troubling, to say the least. According to the report, the isle has been erased from existence. 'Twas as if a hole had been torn in the very fabric of reality.
Oh.
Aye, yet the mystery endeth not with the isle's disappearance. It hath come to light that a number of scholars in various other locales were reported missing at a similar juncture.
What do you mean?
They all had something in common with the head of the students of Baldessian. Every last one of them was researching a phenomenon called dimensional compression, or the rejoining as the ancient texts call it. I'll be damned
the
if
reunion?
that's a coincidence.
All indications suggest Asian involvement, but I sense that a force greater still is at work. the entity the dark beings call the one true God. We must pray that my dear friend Kryl regains consciousness soon. If she bore witness to the Isle of Val's final moments, she may be able to shed some light on this mystery.
So in a similar fashion to... Well, no. What happened to Doma? Was it that Doma just got wiped out as well, didn't it? In a similar fashion to the Isle of Val.
Following the calamity, the forces of the 14th Imperial Legion entrenched themselves in strategic locations across Eorzea. So swiftly did they accomplish this, it was suspected that they had received help. To think that it came from Huayu, my right hand.
Sorry, bro.
There is more. We have reason to believe that Huayu didn't deal exclusively with the 14th. She also answered to a higher authority in Garlemald. But this higher authority could not have been the Emperor. By consenting to the media project, Solus Zos Galvus showed himself to be more concerned about preventing the spread of primal influence than claiming Eorzea for the Empire. He would happily have seen the lot reduced to ash. We believe a number of high-ranking figures within the royal household were against the decision, but that they knew better than to oppose the Emperor openly. Of course, this didn't prevent them from making clandestine provisions, in which Huayu played a part.
Okay.
Alas, these provisions did not prevent Garlemald from falling, and the ensuing chaos changed the face of the realm forever. Yet Eorzea survived. To all intents and purposes, the Meteor Project had failed, and the Empire was left to rue its lack of a decisive means to eliminate the primals. Until, that is, it stumbled upon the Ultima weapon.
Yeah, not for nothing, an ultimate weapon that can just straight up eat primals is something to be feared.
Dug up. It seemed to me the 14th had the might to overwhelm our weakened armies. Yet they chose to hide behind their walls. Why?
The Black Wolf was wary of making the denizens of Eorzea desperate, lest more primals emerge to bleed the land. The discovery of the Ultima weapon, however, emboldened him to resume his war of conquest in earnest.
The Black Wolf, is that referring to Gaius?
Who believed that Van Belsar's actions were premature.
Ah, yes. Gaius Van Belsar.
The Imperial Army's chain of command. He ordered the legatus to halt his advance, only to find that the Black Wolf had slipped its leash, and that the 14th now acted alone.
Interesting.
In a bid to bring Van Belsar to heel, he used the agent he had planted in Ul'dah prior to the calamity to undermine the Legion's efforts.
Damn.
A man who outranks Van Belsar, yet opposed the late Emperor's decision to annihilate Eorzea. This could only be the former High Legatus of the Garlean army, now known as Emperor Varus Zos Galvus. So he was Huayu's true master.
But one of several in actual fact. We've learned that even as Huayu served the Empire's interests, she sold Imperial secrets to a certain faction in Eorzea. In so doing, she helped to maintain the status quo, thus prolonging the conflict. Considering who stands to profit from war, it isn't hard to imagine who her other masters were.
The
Seven hells. You mean to say that she was a double agent?
The monetarists.
Triple, if you consider her services to Van Belsar and the new Emperor as separate.
Damn, lady was busy.
As neatly as these pieces seem to fit, one aspect of the puzzle remains unclear to me. By whose will was the Marshal feeding intelligence to the heretics? And try as I might, I fail to see how aiding their cause would profit either her Imperial or Monetarist masters. Could it be that another hand is at work here? If so, why you must be made to reveal whose it is.
Not only have I lost a trusted friend, now I must interrogate her as a stranger.
Not a pleasant task, I grant you, but a necessary one. Unless we weed out the ivy, root, stalk, and stem, it will simply grow back.
I know that full well. Those closest to Huayu have already been detained, and I will question them alongside her.
General, pray keep in mind that there may be unwitting abettors among them.
All will be treated fairly. On that you have my word. Those who are innocent have no cause to fear.
Good. Good.
You have ever been a friend of truth, General. I hope the unpleasant task of weeding out falsehood will not detain you too long. Though it be for the sake of Eorzea, doubting one's comrades is poison to the soul.
Can't trust your friends, who can you trust?
I take my leave.
Poor Relbon.
All these years, I've been made to dance to their tune. How could you, Huayu? How could you side with them? Those cankers who take from this land and give naught in return, who use their power to disempower and grow fat while the people starve. I know you can hear me, monetarist scum! Your crimes will not go unpunished! One day I will purge this land of your sickness! Before the eyes of the 12, I swear it!
Relbon just gained a fuckload of respect from me. Poor guy.
I shall have no further need of you this day. Your Grace.
Uh-oh.
I fear that not even mine own chambers shall remain private for long.
Has the situation grown so grim?
Ever since he proposed the Cartiner Reclamation Bill, Teleji Adeleji has risen to greater prominence upon the backs of impoverished refugees. The monetarists were ever united in their pursuit of profit, but the man's actions have torn a rift in their ranks. They snap at each other as rabid dogs. Yet now is not the time to be bickering among ourselves.
If this bickering is a threat to law and order, might you not have grounds to dissolve the syndicate?
Honestly...
Would that the solution were so simple, Admiral. Alas, my moving to dissolve the syndicate is certain to spark outrage among the influential merchant class, whom the Cabal represents.
Yeah, I was about to say.
This would serve to exacerbate the current unrest, and peace would slip still further away. Be they rich or poor, natives or refugees, all who reside in Ul'dah have a right to pursue happiness. It is the duty of a ruler to protect this right. If I am to perform my duty, I must needs tread warily. It would not do to make enemies heedlessly. Were Lord Lolorito here, he would doubtless say that I have my head in the clouds.
A ruler is required to take a wide view. Try as we might to cater to all needs, some will inevitably be overlooked. As such, there shall ever be citizens who feel aggrieved. It cannot be helped. But as you have informed us, the monetarists take no view but their own. They hunger for power while the masses starve. In the absence of a common cause, it seems beyond any one individual to make Ul'dah whole.
And the presence of a Garlean agent within the immortal flames only makes matters worse. Even accounting for Ul'dah's historic reliance upon mercenaries, such a grievous breach of security is unprecedented. I fear this business will provide the Monitorists with a rod to beat Rauban.
Eorzea can ill afford for the immortal flames to be dampened now. Ere long, the Garleans will turn their ravenous gaze toward our lands once more. If we are to resist their might, our nations must stand together. Yet for this to happen, our nations must be whole. Cannot be done to improve the situation in Ul'dah.
The true wealth of Ul'dah lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her citizens. Alas, the citizens shall never know these things, so long as their lives are ruled by the ambitions of the few.
The Monitorists claim to represent the best interests of the people, but in sooth they desire only to manipulate them for their own selfish ends. For the government to serve the people, it must be formed of the people. For Ul'dah to move forward, it is not only the Syndicate that must be dissolved.
Nay, you jest.
My friends, it was for no other reason than to make known to you mine intent that I requested your presence here.
What is she suggesting?
When I make my declaration to the people, chaos shall inevitably ensue. As the last monarch in the line of Ul, I make unto you this request. Help REBORN to preserve order and protect the people. Forsake them, and you forsake yourselves, for a strong Eorzea will ever have need of a strong Ul'dah.
Your Grace, are you certain of this?
There is no other way. When the time is ripe, the nation shall become a true republic. Both royalists
I figured
and
that's
monarchists
I figured a
shall cease to
republic
be.
is what she was suggesting.
Ul'dah will no longer belong to kings or queens or merchant princes, but to her people.
Damn though, that's gonna an entire shift in the way you operate your city?
Forgive me for casting aside all that you have toiled for in my name. Beyond this gesture, I am powerless to help my subjects.
It's gonna be tough. I think we're done with 2.4. Yeah, I think we're done with 2.4, so we can go ahead and start on patch 2.5 before the fall. But before we continue, holy crap. That is, the idea of moving away from moving away from a monarchy into a republic is kinda nuts when you already have this much just boiling water at the surface, you know? I mean, we'll see how it all turns out, but yeah, let's go and talk to Minfilia. I am most eager to address the Ashian threat. However, we dare not... Oh, God damn it. Hold on. Yes, hold on. I am most eager to address the Ashian threat. However, we dare not neglect our other pressing concerns. We both know full well that Saint Shiva will not be the last primal that we face, and our relationship with Ishgard is still tenuous at best. To think that the resolution of the primal threat was once was once the sole priority of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, some days I wonder if it was wise for us to take on so many other responsibilities. Honestly, being completely honest here, probably not. Lest you forget, Antecedent, the Scions need not shoulder the burden alone. Were not the Crystal Braves established for this very reason? Also true? True, we are presented with a multitude of problems. However, we have all the resources we need to address them in turn. Vel in particular is ever a steadying hand, who I trust will continue to support the Braves. You know it, buddy. To what do we owe the pleasure? Have there been further developments regarding the situation in Ul'dah? As expected, the Immortal Flames have been struggling to cope with the revelation that one of their highest-ranking officers was a Garlean agent. Suffice it to say, Teleji Adeleji and his monetarist ilk have wasted no time in attempting to turn the situation to their advantage. Coupled with the ongoing unrest, the Flames are finding themselves hard-pressed. Plainly, General REBORN needs our help, and I will direct the Crystal Braves to offer what support they can. If I am to stay abreast of the latest developments and issue effective orders, however, I cannot afford to waste time traveling back and forth. And so, for the foreseeable future, I think it would be best if I were to remain in Ul'dah, unless you have any objection. None whatsoever. We have matters well in hand. Munberta's research is proceeding as planned. So she tells me, though I am not familiar with the details. Urianger is poring over his tomes at the Waking Sands, and the others are contributing in their own ways. Alas, the key problem, how to form an ethereal blade at will, remains unsolved. Nevertheless, it's only a matter of time. Vel, while we focus on the task, mayhap you could assist Alphinaud and his braves with theirs? It would do much to restore faith in the Immortal Flames if the Warrior of Light was seen working on their behalf. Hello, Deox. Never forget that your esteemed status allows you to act in ways that those more tightly bound to organizations and nations cannot. As ever, I implore you to do so. Not that your response was ever in doubt, but I humbly thank you once more for aiding our cause. Now then, there are preparations I must attend to before my departure, such as receiving Riol's latest report. Oh yeah, this is live. Yeah, basically TLDR, I finished my work early and I put out a YouTube short, I want to say the night before, and it was received really well, with a lot of people telling me, oh, if you think A Realm Reborn is good, basically the same thing you said, if you think A Realm Reborn is good, just you wait until you get to the other stuff. And I was really excited to go ahead and continue with the story. I finished my work day. I finished my work for the day pretty early today, so I figured I'll hop on stream and do some more FF14. He has proven to be quite skilled at gathering information others wish kept secret, hence why I placed him under my direct command and ordered him to investigate the Ul'dah riots. When you say you are finished here, join me outside. Depending on what he has to say, I may soon have a favor to ask. If there are any developments on our front, I shall inform you at once in the usual fashion. Quest accepted. Alright, actually, give me just a second. I will be back in just a moment. Gonna take a small break. Need to get some drinks ordered. I will be right back. Don't go anywhere. I just realized I was muted. No! Sorry. Vel, my scouts have been keeping a close eye on the Black Marketeer, and it would seem that his guests have arrived. It would also seem that he has hired more than a few men to stand guard, common thugs of no consequence, but they nevertheless pose a threat. Even so, I feel compelled to apologize. This is far beneath the man of your standing, and Commander Levelier need have dispatched you hither. But powerful men ever the need of loyal, able-bodied friends. Having found one in you, it is only natural that he would come to rely upon you without hesitation. Yeah, dude! Alright, real quick. Let me quickly pull up... Let me see. All right. Start to Elbert again. Bait and switch. Now then, we should make for the burning wall without delay and secure those weapons. The first unit will ensure that the clients do not escape. With me, Vel. A second. Let's go! Where are we headed? That's a bit of a ways. Choky bowl. I'm not interested in your raids. Run, bunny man, run! Let me do that. I spy the one man, but there are sure to be others. I have a plan. While you approach the sentry and create a distraction, my men and I will slip past and catch the Black Marketeer unawares. Once you've disposed of the thugs, wait for us outside the tunnel entrance. Any questions? Then let us be off. Good luck, my friend. Where are them thugs at? Over there? Ow, my legs! Who goes there? An adventurer? Damned fool! You should have never come here! Killed that wildlife for like no reason. There we go. And he's dead. Speak with the hired... Oh. Wait for Ilbert outside the tunnel entrance. That would be... outside the tunnel entrance. Oh, over there. I'm not going the right way. This way. Waiting. I don't understand. What's all this about? Uh-oh. Grog! Uh-oh. What's going on in here? Whoa. As you can see, this is a fine mess. When I tried to restrain him, he drew a hidden blade and lashed out. But before I could disarm him, one of my subordinates panicked, and this is the result. How foolish of me to underestimate the bastard, and to bring in an inexperienced recruit. Commander Levalier will be most disappointed. Damn it all, a golden opportunity wasted! As for the clients, though we know not how, they slipped past our perimeter. At present, the first is currently tracking a party of dusk white sellswords we'd suspect may be them. Would that we could have enlisted the aid of the Immortal Flames or the Brass Blades. Alas, we're here to aid them. They're in no position to aid us. Well, at the very least, we have secured the weapons, yet even that accomplishment is lacking. For the information we received indicated a massive shipment, and this is anything but. Seems like we were duped. I will join the first in their hunt for the Duskwhite sellswords. If the gods are good, we will catch them before they escape into the Black Shroud. In the meantime, I ask that you deliver these weapons to Ul'dah in my stead. Entrust them to the third Yuyuhase. He will take care of the rest. Let's open up this box. Back to Ul'dah. 1 second. Need some Tums. All right. Now, that would be where? Oh, on the upper. On the hustling strip. So we gotta go back. Is that a frog? In the... I guess closer to the Weaver's Guild. And then reverse order. There you guys are. Ah, the Warrior of Light, ever reliable friend of the Crystal Braves. You have my deepest thanks for your assistance in Karthus. Now, what brings you to us this day? I'm here to give you weapons. A gift of weapons from a certain black marketeer, courtesy of Captain Ilbert, you say? Understood. Once we've cataloged the contents, I'll have them delivered to the Hall of Flames. This cannot be everything, can it? Riol stated with confidence that there would be a far greater quantity of weapons. A blatant falsehood. Clearly, Riol is unfamiliar with the ways of Uldan merchants who ever strive to present themselves as greater than they are. We should be thankful that this information was not completely erroneous, and that we managed to achieve anything of worth at all. It's still something worth celebrating, isn't it, Lieutenant? Besides, we've got more important things to worry about, like fighting those Garleans up north. There'll be no fighting if I have anything to say about it. Our orders are to stand watch, not seek glory in battle. If you have no further need of us, then I shall take my unit to the ceruleum processing plant. Time for the fourth to earn their keep, eh? Fight well, Alian, for the freedom of all. Excellent work as always, my friend. Rest assured that the immortal flames will hear your contribution. Until we meet again. Vel, a word if it please you. Uh-oh. Not here. Look for me at the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. No need for whistling this time, don't you worry. Uh-oh. That was, nice and ominous. Sapphire Avenue Exchange, that's over here. Thanks for indulging me request. Few places better than a market for privacy, I find. All the hustle and bustle of commerce means most conversations go unnoticed. I'll get to the point. At the Burning Wall, when you and the captain interrupted the exchange, what happened? Tell me everything, leave no detail out. That's not quite how the firsts told it. These Duskwights they were chasing, latest word is that we lost the trail. But you never saw him yourself. Not before the fighting started and not after. Something ain't right. I don't know what it is, but I can feel it in my bones. I'm not daft enough to be less misled by some merchant's drunken boasts. Our information was reliable, goddammit. I know he purchased those weapons. As if I've never deciphered a moneylender's books or had to follow a transaction back to its source. Did plenty of that back when the Braves were getting started, let me believe me. The commander wanted assurances that we weren't taking Gil from the wrong sort of benefactors. Also, obviously the implication is that a lot of time has passed since the Crystal Braves started, but to me it's only been like about a week or two. It's like, oh, that was what we used to do back in the day. You know, back in the day, it's like 2 weeks ago. But yeah. Of course, these days the money flows like water, and the first and third get the shiniest new toys. Forgive me, friend. I have a lot on my mind these days, and I appreciate you lending an ear. Right, then best get back to it. Uh-oh. Vel, can you hear me? This is Tataru. Your presence is urgently requested at the Rising Stones. Please come and see me as soon as you're able. Uh-oh. What's going on? What's going on in the Rising Stones? What could possibly be happening at the Rising Stones? Haru, what's up? Thank you for coming so quickly, Vel. We have a guest from Ishgard who wishes to speak with you. A most, Determined lady by all indications. Wait. Oh, right. Oh, are we fighting Midgard-Stormer? That looks like Midgard-Stormer. I think we're gonna fight Midgard-Stormer. Holy shit. Okay. Our guest is with the antecedent in the Solar at present. Let's not keep them waiting any longer, shall we? I know who the lady is. He's, I'm blanking on his name, but, second in command to the guy that voices, Alvis in, Xenoblade 1. Yeah, Lucia.
We have a guest from Ishgard who wishes to speak with you. I believe the two of you have met.
Yes.
We have. I had hoped to speak with Commander Leveilleur as well, but I cannot afford to wait any longer. The Lord Commander sent me hither to request your aid in a matter of grave import.
You see now why I had Tataru summon you.
Now that we're all assembled, perhaps you would be good enough to elaborate on the nature of the matter which brought you to us.
The Observatorium's astrologians have sounded the alarm. Last night, the Dragonstar burned with an intensity not seen in 15 summers. Not since the Dravanians engaged the Empire in the Battle of Silvertear Skies.
The northern sky doth burn full bright upon the Wormlord's call. The red behemoth beckoneth, and flame consumeth all.
The old Curthan rhyme, aye. The brightening of the Dragonstar is said to accompany the roar of a great worm. The astrologians believe that it was Midgard-Soma himself who cried out on this occasion.
Well,
after an absence of centuries, the King of Kings did return to lead his kind against the might of Garlemald, only to fall in his duel with the Agrius, proud flagship of the Garlean fleet. Devoid of life, his corpse remaineth entwined about the Magitech monstrosity even unto this day.
Ariange has the right of it. Whatever this alteration in the Dragonstar portends, the Great Worm has shown no sign of life. Tataru, have the Domans reported aught out of the ordinary?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but if Midgard-Soma had roared, wouldn't we have heard it here in Revenant's Toll?
That's a good point.
Roar is but a figure of speech. Dravanians can communicate in ways beyond our ken. It is for this very reason that we are forced to look for signs in the heavens. We cannot say with any confidence that a great worm roared at all, much less that it was Midgard-Soma. Only by directly examining the Keeper of the Lake can we be certain. However, it will take too long to gain the Holy See's approval to dispatch the Temple Knights. Therefore, Sir Emmerich would entrust this task to you. Do you accept?
Emmerich, that's right. Also, yeah, I accept.
We knew you would not disappoint us. Now, if you would excuse me, I must return and assist the Lord Commander. We have precious little time to prepare.
To prepare for what, pray tell?
When a great worm roars, his brethren cannot choose but answer. We prepare for battle.
Interesting. Very spooky way to put it. Forgive me if I state aught which you already know, but I would ensure that you understand the nature of your destination. As Urianjo said, stated, what we now call the Keeper of the Lake is the wreckage of the Agrius, former flagship of the Imperial fleet. and the corpse of the worm responsible for its destruction. 15 years ago... Oh, excuse me. 15 years ago, as the next step in his campaign to subjugate Eorzea, Gaius van Belsar attempted to seize control of Mordona. So massive was his force that all thought his victory a foregone conclusion. But an unlikely ally came to Eorzea's aid that day. Midgard Sormer, legendary guardian of Silvertear Falls, burst forth from beneath the waters of the lake and led a host of dragons against the Garlean airships overhead. In what would later become known as the Battle of Silvertear Skies, the Great Worm felled countless airships before engaging the Agrius. In the ensuing struggle, the flagship's cerulean engines failed, and it tumbled into the lake below. Yet this victory came at a great cost, for the explosion which followed claimed the life of the Great Worm as well. That same explosion transformed Silvertear Falls into the desolate wasteland it is today, draining the lake of its waters and crystallizing aether for malms around. So that's what that is. Yet a remnant of the lake remains, and at its center a constant reminder of that faithful day long ago. In accordance with Sir Amaric's wishes, our Doman allies have been standing watch over the Keeper of the Lake. It would be wise to speak with them before investigating the wreckage yourself. Sounds good. Be careful, my friend. We do not know what dangers await you within. Now then, let us not neglect our own tasks. There is much to be done and precious little time to do it. Okay. So it seems we're not going to fight Midgard Sormer just yet, though it seems like we're going to be going to one of the dungeons around it. Would you believe, by the way, that we are 4 quests away from finishing the first part of Before the Fall? The second part of Before the Fall is much longer, though. Alright, let's go. Oh wait, no, in Mordona. Not in Karthus. North Silvertear. Yeah, there it is. You are in luck, sir. I was about to send word to Revenant's Toll about the Garleans. Of late I've seen small airships, likely from Castrum Sentry, come and go from the Keeper of the Lake. Though I cannot say for certain at this distance, I believe they may be salvaging something from within the wreckage. The Castrum supply lines have been cut for some time, and I'd wager they're desperately in need of spare parts and other equipment. So it's true then. The Ishgardians honestly fear that the worm might rise again? Well, from here that seems rather unlikely, but if it's assurances they want, you have no choice but to inspect the corpse in its entirety. Earlier said than done, given the creatures which inhabit the wreckage and the aforementioned Garleans who won't take kindly to your presence. They're sure to fire upon an airship, so I'd advise more stealthy approach. Take this boat and a few of your comrades to the base of the Agrius, then climb to the top. That's the only viable approach, I'd say. Keeper of the Lake is now accessible. Alright, boys, it's dungeon time! Debating on whether are any of my friendos available at the moment. Friend list. No. They are not. Alright then. I guess I'll just do it with a group of randos. Or with or with NPCs. Yes, they are. There you are. Let me see. Friend list. I gotta wait for you to come online. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. This story is getting really good, and I'm eager to see what this whole thing with the Midgard Stormer is all about. Sorry, there's a gnat flying around. Some bugging the hell out of me. Alright, well, I'll wait for Deox a bit and I'll sit. Friend list. Fucking hell. Most mechanics are designed to be overwhelming at first and easy the rest of the time, so don't sweat it if you die to something dodgeable. Yeah, no worries. No worries. I'll try to keep an eye out for stuff like that. So it looks like my friendo is online. There we go. Let's go ahead and part the queue up. The Keeper of the Lake. Call or no? No call. At least for now, it should be fine without one. We just need a healer. Damn, rejected. No, don't worry about it, man. Need a healer and another DPS. Let me check on my stuff. My weights. It says less than 5 minutes, hopefully so. I'm like occasionally checking my the stuff, how many quests I have left. Yeah, no, it's kind of crazy how close I am to being done with the Realm Reborn. Like, really. I've got the rest of patch 5.2 left, and then I've got 5.3 left, which is before the fall part 2, which is a little longer, but yeah. Also, just trying to figure some stuff out real quick. Cause my card for I was trying to buy some drinks earlier, but it wasn't working. Oh, well, whatever. Blah, 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 blah. You're getting to the point where people will actually want to see your reaction to stuff because it's so good, honestly. So good, mostly Heavensward stuff. I'm getting to the point where people want to watch reactions to stuff. Ooh, interesting. Okay. In that case, I might need to reorganize my schedule for FF14 streams, because the reason as to why my FF14 streams typically haven't been super long on Sundays is normally because I have a couple other things that I need to take care of priority-wise on Sundays after my streams are done. But I might move FF14 streams over to like Thursdays and maybe Fridays, and then I take Sunday off to work on like other stuff that I owe. But yeah. So average wait time less than 5 minutes. I don't believe you. Sheep says to tell you hi. Well, tell him I say hello back. Let me check my journal real quick. Oh, ready to go. Keeper of the Lake. One sec. Yo, got Carbuncle out. I didn't mean to do Outburst. Wait, why is... That's weird. I did not mean to use, friggin' sleep. Keep it going. Going. I'm getting like lost in the sauce here. I'm like focusing. My eyes are like drifting to the hot bar when they shouldn't be. Oh, I didn't even realize I was outside the sealed area. Wait, did a dumb? Come on. Okay. Okay, gotta move. Out. Out. Come on. All right, he's dead. Far away. Okay. I didn't mean to do that. I did not mean to use... Wait, what's going on? Oh, whoa. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Shit. Dropping frames. Oh, no! Okay, I think we're back. We had a bit of a hiccup. Yeah, I had a bit of a hiccup on my side. Net kind of conked out for a minute there. We should be back, though. This sound sounds like wee 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 wee. Uh-oh. All right, there we go. Oh no! Oh god, no, Net, don't die on me now! My net's being all choppy. Garuda in there. Start spamming AoEs. Summon Titan. Battle. Here we go. Yeah, people are lagging on my end. I don't know what's causing it. I'm like being super clumsy with my commands. Go. Oh, what the hell? Alright, well, I'll re-upload this as a video because holy crap. Yeah, my net is dying. I don't know what's happening.
Who treadeth now upon my bones, and
Oh, shit.
waketh me from slumber sweet?
Oh wait, shit, we are fighting Midgard Stormer?
Thou hast forgotten the face of thy lord. Remember, mortal, and fear me.
Okay, I guess we are fighting Midgard Stormer. Right. Shit. Well, I don't have time for that shit. Oh no! Ow. Ow. Oh shoot. I'm back in the center. Oh shoot! Get out of here! Okay. He's almost done. Yes. Did it. Alrighty, but yeah, that was fun. Honestly, I feel like I was kind of fumbling my way through a whole lot of that, but all things considered, I'm glad that it turned out okay. Let me check the loot. I'll take him, sure. Not to mention, I think my internet was just generally, I'll pass actually, I don't need them. You just fought Dragon God? Yeah, I mean, I was kinda surprised. Not to mention my net was like dying halfway through that. Like, I don't know if you saw it, but like, halfway through that I was kinda just cutting out.
Hast thou earned a moment's reprieve? Speak, mortal, and I shall listen.
The most I can do is nods.
Guided by a star. My people have heard the song. Ishgard shall burn.
Oh. Well, that's not very nice, Mr. Midgard-Stormer.
Sons must answer for their father's misdeeds. We do not forget. We do not forgive.
Okay.
Seven children did I sire. One now singeth of retribution. I rise to join in the chorus. Thou art powerless to silence us, mortal. Yet thou shalt not live to labor in vain. Thy reprieve is at an end. Trickery is thy shield. This frail, ignoble creature is not gifted, but chosen. Hearken to me, Hydaelyn. I remember, and I consent.
Huh?
Fear not, mortal. I shall not harm thee.
Ah! Yo, I got fucking lasered. Whoa. Oh. What? Wait, what? That's probably not good, right?
Mayhap thou thinkest me an oath breaker. Thou art mistaken. If thou comest to harm, it shall be by another's hand, not mine. I did but strip thee of thy mistress's feeble blessing.
That's not good.
Thou didst profit much by her grace, but no more.
That's not good. Oh, what's this little guy?
The covenant binds me to thee. I shall watch, listen, and wait. Fight and struggle, if it be thy will. Man hath ever coveted that which lieth beyond his grasp. I drink of her body, and thence doth mine own find new life. When it hath grown whole, the loyal and penitent shall rejoice. The dragon song heraldeth a beginning and an end.
So I'm assuming that's a new little minion for me, right? You may summon the Migros from but yeah, I figured that's what that was. Holy shit though. Wait, what do you mean I'm no longer... Oh, well... We got a problem. Crap. I don't know if I should continue streaming for now or not because my internet's really starting to hit the fence hard. My first day on the NAQ was 15 minutes on DPS, 2 people left in ARR dungeon. Oh, dang. He took it away. Yeah, that's not good. I was beginning to fear the worst. Were those explosions I saw? But you shouldn't waste time talking with me. Alphino left a message stating you would return to the Rising Stones at once. A lot happened in just one dungeon. Holy crap. Apparently my internet is disconnected. Hang on. Change device. Well, either way, this would only be a long list of issues that I've already been having for a while. It says connected, though, which is weird. Interesting. Alright, well, I'll keep going for now. We'll get a little further, and depending on whether or not my connection holds up, I may continue and just finish 5.2. Alright, so go back to the Rising Stone, so back to Revenant's Toll. Holy crap, though. We're susceptible to being corrupted now by primals. That's not good. Yeah, probably what I'll do is once this stream is over, I'll unlist it and I'll re-upload it as an actual video that has like all the, obviously like, all the major parts of the story and cuts away any of the dead air and has the unfiltered, like the clean, non-messy parts of that dungeon. Because obviously my net was kind of shitting itself there, but I'm recording this as I'm live streaming it, so I should be able to re-upload it just fine. Praise the 12 that you are hale and whole. I came as soon as Minfilia informed me of Sir Amaric's request. You have completed your investigation of the Keeper of the Lake, I take it. Then I would hear your report. So here's the thing, guys. I fought Midgardstormer, and, you conversed with Midgardstormer. I swear, were anyone else to make such a claim, I would regard it with considerable skepticism. Are we to understand that the Worm Lord did not perish and has sooth lain dormant these past 15 years? Lesser resurrection and more rejuvenation for he who dwelleth in eternity, years passing as moments. Though his words were ambiguous at times, one statement left little room for interpretation. My people have heard the song, Ishgard shall burn. Oh no, yeah, I'll definitely do that for bigger story reactions that are like super major. I'll cut them up into highlights that I can post for people to watch. Clearly an attack is imminent. We must share this information with Sir Amaric immediately. However, we dare not divulge your conversation with the Midgardstormer in its entirety. To even acknowledge that you heard the voice of a Dravanian is a grave but necessary risk, lest we forget men have been executed as heretics for declaring as much. For your own protection and for the sake of our tenuous relationships with Ishgard, the truth cannot leave this room. As for now, we shall present a revelation to Sir Amaric's emissary. You may leave that to me. Pray remain here for now. Wait, so am I not going to mention the whole... Oh, I guess it would be her that I meant. Is there something you're not telling us, Vel? You seem different somehow. 'Tis almost as if you're missing something. Something important. I got 12 for Fend. Midgardstormer stripped you of the Blessing of Light? Are you alright? How do you feel? Like, I'm fine, but... I see. It is a relief to hear that you are otherwise unharmed. It beggars belief that any being could possess the power to deprive you of her blessing. Midgardstormer made mention of a covenant, did he not? One of the ancient myths regarding Silvertear Falls states that when the waters came into existence, so too did the Great Worm. Althik, Nemea, Brother Time, and Sister Fate decreed that Midgardstormer ever watch over the source from which all water and magic was said to flow. I wonder, what if this was the covenant of which he spoke, and 'twas not the gods with whom he treated, but Heidelin herself? Well, if he is watching over you as he claimed, mayhap you will have an opportunity to ask. Let us keep this matter to ourselves. I do not wish to burden our friends needlessly. I mean, doesn't this kind of... Whoa. Art thou a pawn or master of thy fate? What hast thou wrought by thine own hands, mortal? Also put storage boilers on those since they're all pretty big. Gotcha.
My friend, I can scarce believe it. You confronted the Wormlord and lived to tell the tale.
Yeah.
I give thanks to Helone for your preservation. It is our sole cause for gladness. Your encounter with the Keeper of the Lake served to confirm our fears. A great worm has roared, and it makes little difference if it was one of the two in Eorzea or any other. The Dravanians are coming.
I am told that Ishgard has magical defenses against Dravanian attack, though I am not privy to their exact nature. Will they be enough to repel a massive force?
Ishgard has weathered countless assaults over centuries. This will be no different.
Hang on a sec. There we go. Just trying to fix something. There we
And
go.
now that you have confirmed the threat, none can ignore the Lord Commander's calls for the wards to be strengthened. I dare not presume to speak for him, but I expect the Lord Commander would sing your praises. I must away, but we shall meet again soon.
Countless assaults weathered, and this will be no different? Why am I not convinced?
Okay. Ishgardians have warred the Dravanians. The Ishgardians have warred with the Dravanians for centuries, nay, nearly 1,000 years. In all that time, not once have their enemies breached their defenses and entered the city proper. Yet regardless of how strong these magical wards may be, I nevertheless fear that the Ishgardians are underestimating the gravity of the situation. Though it was not Midgardsormr who roared, a call to arms by one of the First Brood cannot be ignored. Until such time as they choose to request our aid, however, we can do naught but observe the situation at a distance, and pray that our fears are unfounded. Okay. I'll tell you what. I think I'll go ahead and end for now, just because I don't trust my net to continue going at the moment. And I would rather have a complete stream where people can watch and look forward to what's coming without interruptions. And obviously, do it at a time when I usually have my audience. But yeah, really interesting stuff this stream. Fought Midgardsormr, got a whole bunch of more stuff in regards to the IV. We're finally following up with the stuff that happened a while back in Ul'dah. And we're setting up for what looks like an assassination plot with the Sultana. But yeah, a lot of stuff that'll come to a head next part, I no doubt. But for now, thank you guys so much for watching tonight's rather late FF14 stream. I don't usually stream at around this time, but I really appreciate you all coming by to watch. That being said, thank you guys so much for watching. I will catch you all on Sunday with the conclusion of 5.2, I believe. Yeah, patch 5.2. Yeah, no, 2.5 with patch 2. With the conclusion of patch 2.5, and we will be going into part 2 of patch 2.5 as well next stream. So I'll catch you guys later. Bye bye.